Are you tired of losing Polytopia games? In this video, I'll be providing a couple of simple tactics used by the pros that will be sure to boost your elo. Let's get started. If you played Polytopia for long enough, you should know about veteran units. When a unit gets 3 total kills, it can be promoted to veteran status, which gives it 5 additional max HP and fully heals it. This makes veteran units very powerful, especially early game. So how do you maximize your number of veteran units? Well, by veteran assigning your units, of course. Veteran assigning, or vet assigning for short, is easy. All you need to do is pick a unit that you want to become a veteran. Then, when you want to kill an enemy unit, do so with the unit you've picked. This is usually done with riders, because you can easily kill an enemy unit and retreat it back to safety. What you don't want is a ton of riders running around with only 1 out of 3 kills. Also, a quick note on unit promotion, you don't have to promote your units to veteran status straight away. The unit can be promoted at any point to fully heal it. This can really catch your opponent off guard sometimes. Veteran units can really turn the tides of early game combat. A veteran warrior sieging a city now takes 3 hits to kill rather than 2. A low health rider can be promoted to immediately rejoin the fight. Mastering veteran assigning is really going to elevate your gameplay. We've all been there. You get an explorer in your second city to gain map information, and maybe get eyes on your opponent. But when the explorer starts moving, it proceeds to move behind your city and ends up being completely useless. Unlucky, right? Well, not necessarily. Explorers actually have a couple of rules that dictate their movement around the map. If you are interested in these rules, I have an entire video all about explorers you can check out. But the main point is this: explorers will move towards the closest fog tiles to them. If there's a tie for which tile is closest, the explorer will randomly pick one to move to. What this means is that you can influence which direction an explorer will initially move through a process known as explorer shaping. All you need to do is move a unit or 2 so that you reveal fog where you don't want the explorer to go, such as behind your city, then upgrade your city and get the explorer. This way, the explorer will be forced to move towards the tiles you purposely didn't reveal, thus giving you more useful information. I can't tell you how important this trick is. I use it in nearly every game, and you should too. Most melee units have a skill called Dash, which means that after moving, the unit can still attack. Also, when a melee unit kills an enemy unit, it will move to where the enemy unit was located. Okay, why is any of that important? Well, when you combine these 2 mechanics together, you discover a simple way you can uncover fog tiles for free. Let's say you have a warrior and you want to kill an enemy warrior. At first glance, you can just, kill the warrior. But instead of immediately killing the enemy warrior, you can move your warrior to a tile that's near the enemy warrior, revealing some fog in the process, then kill the enemy warrior. The outcome is the same, the enemy warrior is still dead, but you gain some additional map knowledge out of it. Dash dancing is a term coined by Polytopia YouTuber Justini Linguini, and I think the name fits pretty well. Make sure you utilize dash dancing in your games for free map knowledge. Leaprogging is a very simple concept used primarily when exploring with riders. If you have 2 riders moving towards fog, you can move your rear rider 2 tiles to expose fog next to your front rider. This allows your front rider to move 2 tiles and reveal more fog, allowing you to explore twice as quickly. This is where the term leapfrogging comes from, because your riders kind of leapfrog over each other. This is an important tactic that will allow you to gain control of large portions of the map quickly, pivotal when playing against Symanti players. I'm sure many of you already know about Polytopia's built-in damage calculator. While it's great for calculating combat damage, it can also be used to determine what kind of vision your opponent has on your units. How is this possible? Well, allow me to explain. Let's say you attack an enemy archer with your own archer. When you shoot the enemy archer will retaliate and shoot your archer. There is one exception to this rule though. If the enemy does not have vision on where the archer shot from, the archer will not retaliate when shot. And this is reflected on the Polytopia damage calculator. This can be used to gain an idea of what your opponent can and cannot see, allowing you to be more confident when you train that sneaky cloak or knight in a forward-facing city. Some of you may think that scores in Polytopia are just an arbitrary method of determining who is winning the game. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Score counting is the process by which you gain information about what your opponent is doing based on their increases in score. I have an entire video dedicated to score counting, but I want to talk about its simplest application in this video. I often see comments asking me how I knew what tribe my opponent was playing before I even see their terrain, and the answer is score counting. The way you determine what tribe an opponent is playing is easy. When you load into a game, immediately check your opponent's score. If your opponent hasn't played their turn yet, their score is going to match one of the following numbers that corresponds to starting scores for each tribe. I'll include a little graphic on screen rather than reading them all out. Now, some tribes like Zabasi and Imo have the same starting score, so you might have to score count their first turn or two in order to determine which tribe they're playing out of the two. Also, quick note, if your opponent spawned with a covered up lighthouse in their vision, it means their starting score is going to be 5 points less than usual, so that's just something to keep in mind. Knowing what tribe you're playing against is extremely important for your opening moves. For example, if I'm playing as Symanti, I'm going to play my opening way differently if I know I'm playing against another Symanti player, or an Imperius player, or an Illyrion player. I'll link the full video to score counting in the description of this video if you want to check it out. Did I miss any important tactics? Let me know in the comments section. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button down below, and subscribe for more Polytopia guides. And if you're looking for another video to watch, check out this video where I disclose 7 Polytopia features that most players don't know about. I'm sure you'll learn something new out of it. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a spectacular day.